Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. You may be wondering, why are we on the homepage? It is because today I decided to bring back the account I began a walkthrough with about 8 months ago. And we're going to be doing some beginner guides on that account and maybe even continuing the walkthrough series depending on how you guys feel about it. So I'll be checking the comment section. If things are good, then we're going to carry on with the walkthrough if you guys are enjoying it. Otherwise, we'll go back to other content. I'm just running out of ideas and I feel like this could help out a lot of people who are starting off and pretty much only going to help out early game players though. So yeah, if you're a late game player, then you can watch, but it probably won't be helping you out. Anyway, before we get into the video, I would need to give a big thank you to the first 6 patrons we have for supporting me on Patreon. Mark, Martin, Simon, Brian, Ryan, and Graham. Thank you so much for your support, and the monthly raffle that we're doing on Patreon for a team improvement will be happening on the 30th of September. That will be the first raffle we're doing for a team improvement. For more information on how to enter the raffle, you can check out my Patreon page. A link will be in the description below. And without further ado, guys, let's get into it. We're logging in to Not Shredded after about 8 months. We should get some pretty good welcome back gifts. We get a mystical scroll right off the bat, and we got arena reward for ages ago. Now, you know, it would be really nice if you could stack up all the arena rewards, because then we could get a lot of crystals from that. But you would have to log in every week for that. Anyway, new message from the Magic Society. And now, because there have been changes to the game, there have been updates which allow us to do quests as beginners, I feel like we're going to have an easier time progressing through the account than before. And if you guys remember, we did summon Huadam. He's up in the top of the screen right now by the Wishing Fountain. And we're going to be using him. Before, I wanted to do a complete free-to-play walkthrough, but because we have Huadam on my account, we've got to make use of him. He's a really fun monster, and I'm planning, we're basically going to sub out Darien for Huadam. Even though after the new buff, Darien is really exciting to use too. Anyway, let's go to the challenge right here. Here are the missions that we're talking about. These will progress you through the game really quickly. So if you're a newer player and you're following along here, you want to go through all of these missions. They give you great rewards, and they even give you the monsters you're going to want to build up. Basically, there are 5 monsters you want to focus on first, which will be a part of your Giant Speed 10 team. All the fusion material for Veramos is going to be the key to try to accumulate all of that. And then on top of that, you'll want to get Bella, Bernard, and let's take a look at our account right now. What do we have? I remember we have a 5-star Magic Knight with the runes from the scenario rewards, Triple Blade. She can't farm Fame on Hell. I don't even think she can farm Fame on Normal. But I wanted to try to get her to farm Taymor Hard 3 at a minimum. And I think she can do that. And we have a pretty good team comp going here. We have Bella, and she is not fully skilled up, but we're working on it as we get more Inugamis. They are pretty easy to come by, so we're going to be skilling her up. We have Shannon, who is fully skilled. She's really good. And now we have Bernard. So these 3 monsters combined with Veramos are going to be your core for Giant Speed 10. And that is the first thing you want to focus on in the game. Because to progress really quickly, you need to farm a B10 of a dungeon to get really high quality 5 and 6 star runes. In Giant Speed 10 is much easier to farm than Dragon Speed 10, for example. So we've got a Bernard, we've got Colleen for the future, Konamiya as well. Konamiya can work in this team if we want to, but you know, Darien may not be a bad idea. Unfortunately, today isn't light day, I'm 1 day late. But hopefully next light day we can get Darien, especially after the buffs. He's going to be great as the 5th monster for a Giant Speed 10 team. He was even good before, but now that Skill 2, I believe, has a higher attack break chance. Or even if it doesn't, it has higher damage, which is always a good thing. And we have more damage reduction on our allies. We get wings. And take a look at all the crystals we have. We have 1,131 crystals somehow. Where did they all come from? I can't even remember. But here, okay, welcome back package. This is only available for people who take a break from the game. But they're pretty cool packages. If you wanted to buy one, I would go with... The unique thing about these packages are they introduce 2 new items. Forbidden Evolution will allow you to immediately evolve a monster to 6-star. Super Angelmon will immediately allow you to max out 1 monster. Doesn't matter what element, from level 1 of a 6-star all the way up to level 40. And that is the best way to use it. Don't use it on like some 4-star monster because that will be a complete waste. What do we have in the shop here? We have... Ooh, okay, here we go. Now, normally, this would not be a rune I would buy, but here, a 6-star HP percent slot 6, even if it's rage, who cares? We'll run on a broken set. With a defense and resistance substat, resistance doesn't matter in PvE too much, because, yeah, we can't stack it that high, but defense is really good. So this is a rune I want, but we don't have the mana, so I'm gonna see if there's any way we can squeeze out the mana here. We have a lot of notifications. I don't really want to build those things, so I'm just going to ignore them for the time being. And let's jump into... Okay, so World Boss is unlocked for me, but when you're a newer player, you don't have enough monsters to even compete. It probably isn't even worth the energy spent. Now, you always want to do your rivals. I'm not going to do them on video right here, because how boring would that be? But yeah, we're going to do all of our rivals, collect all of the gold, 272,000 in the world. That gives us a kind of an idea of how many active players there are. But maybe some people are even lower ranked than me. But yeah. Okay, so what is our priority right now? We need to get Darien. We need to get the fusion material for Veramos. So let's take a look at our fusion hexagram over here. Veramos. And unfortunately, is the event over? The fusion event that just happened? Or is it still happening? If it's still happening right now, this is really good for me. If we can still complete it. Because for newer players, yeah, we have time. We have 16 days. Okay, I'm gonna go serious with this account, because what you can do here is you can select 2 out of the 4-star monsters you need to fuse Veramos. And we can go for probably Argent and the Fire Succubus or Mycene, depending on whichever other materials we have. Which means we only have to fuse one of them, and then we have to get the Dark Yeti, which is pretty easy to get. We just have to wait for a Dark Secret Dungeon day. And I'll show you guys how I go about getting a Secret Dungeon. Pretty much you spam the chat. I know some people look down upon that, but I don't have a problem with it, because when you're a newer player, how else are you going to get it done? So we have 3 max 4-star, 4 max 4-star Rainbowmon. So we could be in a position to make a 6-star, but we're not 6-starring a farmer. Our first 6-star will be either Bella or Veramos for sure. Okay, we have 1 mystical scroll, might as well go for the summon. No lightning. How amazing would it be to get Nat 5 here? Because now that I'm not going free to play, we're just going to use whatever we get. But 3-star fodder is always good. And we have 3 Devilmons here that I've made sure to lock. Okay, so you want to buy the Devilmon from the shop every week. No matter how early game of a player you are. Farm 180 glory points, get the Devilmon. That is an absolute must. On top of that, then you can max out the energy buildings, which we're working on right here. Sanctum of Energy and Mysterious Plant. Okay, so we got to do the rivals, which I'll do off screen. Let's look again at the fusion material for Veramos. Do we have material to make at least one of them? Because that can narrow down what we want to go for in the event. I think there's actually an easier way to check this now. They've made an update, fusion info. Yeah, okay. So we know which monsters we have, which is really good. So it looks like fusing Arya is going to be not Arya, Akia is going to be easiest for me, because I seem to have already 2 of the monsters. He can drop from Phaemon, although it is a little bit of a rare drop. The Fire Beast Hunter is now a secret dungeon, they've added it in. And then we can go for Argent and Mycene from the event, which is really going to speed up our progression. We still will have to awaken them and farm essences for that, but we can do that on the various days. So we have the water harpy, and we have the, was it wind, the wind harpoo. Do we have her? We have her right here. Okay. So these are the monsters we're going to be focusing on, and the rest can be fodder. We have a second griffin here that we can use for fodder, which I was leveling up to evolve our Wind Griffin into a 5-star, and also scale him up at the same time. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But not kill Bernard, he's a bird too. Don't worry, Bernard, I'm not gonna hurt you. Let's go for now. So you know what? In a position like this, we're gonna look for the Fire Salamander. And because he can only drop in Phaemon, I don't believe there's a secret dungeon. We are going to try to clear Phaemon normal. It will be a long time to try and get him. And we want to activate, ideally, an EXP booster. Now, this is pretty important. Oh wow, we still have a guild. I totally forgot. 273 days. That shows how long I've been offline. Everyone's inactive in this guild. Okay, so we'll get things back in order. The priority right now is to level up our monsters, get the Wind Griffin up to 5-star, get Shizo pretty practically 5-star, he's 5-star, and then we look for the fusion material and begin working on leveling those up. That is a priority for right now. And then we fuse Veramos, and then once Veramos is fused, we should have enough material to 6-star him. And I'm planning on probably 6-starring Veromos first, although it may pay off to 6-star Bella before Vero because I'm not sure who's tankier at 5-star. Basically, we want to try and run Giants B10 at least on manual with only one 6-star, which can be done. So we're going to try to only give the 6-star to Veromos because at the beginning of the game, it's really hard to get 6 stars on your monsters. So Guild Shop, getting that Rainbow Mon every week is really going to help you out. And that's why you want to join a guild pretty much as soon as you can. But yeah, because we don't have an EXP booster available right now, we are just going to farm Fame on normal without one. It is, we have Duran as a rep. He's only level 26 right now. I wonder why that is. I didn't know like lower level players would have lower level Duran rep, but he can still get the job done here for sure. Okay, so we're not going to really be farming too much experience points. We're mainly looking for the Fire Salamander. We will gain a little bit of experience as well. So we are going to try and level up, okay, the Water Harpy and the Wind Harpu for the Awakening material. And now we're going to use our rep monsters. If you use a rep monster, he will not eat up the experience points. If you use your own monster like our Lapis here, who actually might not even be able to clear Flame on normal reliably, the problem would be that she takes up experience points even though she's max level, so it is more effective to use your friends before you go for using your own monsters entirely. So we'll clear through here, and we'll keep farming to get the Fire Salamander, and then we want to level them up. Ideally, we would have an EXP booster active because that will double the amount of experience you can gain, and that is the most effective way to level up. But for right now, because we don't have one, we'll do this farming. I believe usually there will be an event going on at the time you're playing that will give you a free EXP booster. They're very common, as well as you get them for daily login rewards. I think even the welcome back gift on tomorrow or the day after, day 2 or day 3, will give you a free EXP booster as well. So pretty much hold off for that, and then when you have your EXP booster active, it's a 12-hour booster. You want to pretty much farm for 12 hours grinding experience if you can, because that would be enough to 5-star pretty much all the monsters for my team and probably even get all the fusion material ready for Veromos. Maybe not entirely leveled up because... But yeah, this event is really going to help me out. So if you are a newer player, or you're thinking about getting into Summoner's War, I'm not sure how you would find this video if you are, but if you are, now is the perfect time. You've got 16 days left. It's definitely enough time to get all of the rewards for that event, and I'm going to do it along with you guys. So yeah, we're just going to keep replaying normal stage 1. The reason for that is because this is the easiest floor stage to clear of all of the Famon levels, and I believe it also has the highest number of enemies. If you have higher enemies, you have a higher chance of them dropping something which is useful for you. Like right there, we got an energy drop, and we got mana drops. So basically, the more enemies they have in a specific area, the more mana or energy that you can receive from beating them. So it's always a good thing. And yeah, now the 3-star chance of a drop for the Fire Salamander is pretty low. I'm not sure if the rate differs on normal compared to hell mode, but either way, it will take some serious grinding, but that's fine. Because also in the process, as you guys can see right here, we got a 2-star fodder of a Hellhound, which is really good. And all of the rewards you get from Fame on normal are pretty good for mana or for fodder. Now, if you're looking for rune drops, which we'll come to, after all of my monsters are leveled up, and they have, like, pretty much all of my monsters are 5-star, we have the fusion material, then we're gonna pretty much only grind for runes. And how to do that to begin with is we farm the scenario in hell mode that gives us swift runes. And now I believe even the normal scenarios, like, not even the boss stage, but 1, 2, 3 through 6, can drop you 6-star runes. And a 6-star swift rune is, or a 5-star rune, my bad. But a 5-star rune is really good. It makes it a lot easier to rune your monsters tanky enough and fast enough. But yeah, it does look like we're gonna have to pass up on the shop rune opportunity that we got at the beginning of the video, just because we don't have the mana to do it, and I don't really see an efficient way to get that much mana, especially on a newer account. Because even farming Fame on normal right now, maybe we can get 5,000 maximum mana per run, and yeah, getting up to 400,000 is really tough. as well as the fact that mana is a really precious resource when you're an early game player, although that rune is really good. It would have been nice if it wasn't on Rage, because Rage is one of the most expensive runes to buy. I believe it may be the most expensive. So that is why it costs so much. If it were like a Blade rune with HP percent, which would be exactly the same to me because we're using it as a broken set anyway, then it would have been a lot cheaper. And then we probably would be able to scramble together the mana to buy it. But yeah, so you want to get a full list of friends, ideally who can clear at least a normal stage of the scenarios, which should not be too tough for you. You can just talk in chat and be nice to people, or you can just be like, please, I'm looking for someone to help me out, I'm a new player. And most people are willing to help out. Like, when I was like maybe a recent level 40 player, I was more than happy to help out newer players. And yeah, previously level 40 was the cap, now it is level 50. But yeah, I mean, the packages that you can buy right now, they will speed up your progression, especially because you get pretty much a guaranteed 6-star if you buy both of them, which is really, really good for newer players. But it is $130 too, so it's all up to you. But if you do, then that will speed up that will allow you to breeze through pretty much everything. You still need to farm the runes though, although you can get some pretty decent runes from those packages too. You get 5 or 6-star runes, either rare or hero, although the fact is that most likely the runes are not going to be that amazing because they could be flat stats too. And on slot 2, 4, and 6, you don't want flat stats other than slot 2 where you may want speed. But for a newer account, when we're going to try to break into Giants B10, I'm not even going to try to put speed on slot 2 for anyone, unless the substats are crazy, where it's like a 5-star rune. We're going to look mainly for HP percent to make everyone tanky. Triple HP or HP depends on everyone is going to be the way that you can break into Giants B10 without 6-starring your monsters. If you do 6-star your monsters, then of course speed slot 2 is going to be better, because then speed is more important and you're going to be tanky enough regardless, so yeah. But it is fun to begin the game again, and I can actually do some more instructional beginner videos. Like, I can't wait. I want to get my Giants B10 team in order with the bare minimum stats, because then I can show you guys an actual account in a beginner stage and exactly the stats you need to hit. And they will be the bare minimum, so you could even try to go above it. Because previously in the past I actually did one pretty good Giants B10 video on someone else's account where we got it to work on an auto team with pretty much bare minimum stats and only 2 6-star monsters, but I'm going to try to do it with 1 6-star monster on my account. And yeah, and there are other guides out there, but usually like when I was a newer player, I watched Nick DeGreek's guide on Giants B10, and don't get me wrong, it was a great guide, but the problem is he was using his late game account, and that's what all of us do usually when we make guides. And so he had a bunch of 6-star monsters, he had really good runes, and I looked at it, I'm like, there's no way I can get those runes. I mean, I can build the same team, I can try to get runes as good as I can, and that's what worked for me, and you guys can do that too. But if you actually have an account at your stage with the runes that you have access to, then it is a lot more relatable. So that's what I want to do here. So yeah, farm your rivals, get 180 glory points per week to get that Devilmon, buy that Devilmon, lock it. You will not regret it. It is the most important decision you can make, because Devilmons are a very limited resource. And even though you don't need to give them to anyone right now, and by the way, don't feed it to anyone right now. The first monster you're going to Devilmon is going to be a Veramos. And from that point on, it can depend, but yeah, we won't talk about that now. And also, you want to join a guild as soon as you can. This is very, very important, because that Rainbowmon that we saw for only 150 guild points, which you should have no trouble getting, is going to be game changing. A 4-star max level Rainbowmon every week, even on a late game player account, is game changing. For an early game player who doesn't have such great access to 6 stars and an ability to 6-star, it's crazy. And also, you want to follow along in the missions that we took a quick look at the beginning of the video. Actually, after this run here, we can go back to the missions, take a look at what you should be prioritizing, and yeah, because they give you really good rewards, like mystical scrolls, a lot of mana, which mana is very useful for newer players because you're very limited. And They will also give you monsters that you need to make your Giants B10 team, but fortunately we already have the monsters we're looking for. I'm not sure if it gives you Darien. If it gives you Darien, that could be good, although when we do get Darien, I may want to even farm skill ups for him. But actually that won't be possible. The problem is farming skill ups with the secret dungeon, you have to have a late game account to pretty much do it. Which is stupid because early game players are the ones who need skill ups. So, yeah. Let's take a look right here. Hey you. Okay, so we have this random quest-like stuff, which isn't really important, so we're going to skip through that. And now we go through any of the missions we want. So right here, Monster Training 101, level 15. Okay, you know that there are different... Find an attack type monster of your choice and reach level 15 with that monster. Which monster would I recommend for that? The Water Magic Knight would be perfect, although she's already level 35, so it doesn't count anymore. You're gonna have to quickly level up at level 15. I think even the Water Harpy should be an attack type monster, so she will count. Yeah, she is. So when she hits level 15, we're gonna get that free energy, which is always good. And yeah, energy is very valuable as a newer game player because your crystals you pretty much never want to use for refills as a newer player because you're not going to gain as much energy as you will when you max out your account. When you max out your account, you'll have up to 90 energy, so each refill will give you 90 energy. If you refill right now, it is still not terrible, and I still think refilling is better than a premium pack, even for a newer game player, but it isn't as effective because you would only be refilling for 58 energy. And I'm already level 26. If I were a higher level, then it would be even better. Okay, so the mission is level 15 for that one. And to check out these missions, I think you just go for a challenge right here. Now, fast leveling. Conquer the volcano. Clear a path normal with one of your monsters, Fame on normal. Even though I've already cleared it. So if you guys are starting the game right now, this will progress very naturally for you and you're going to get your rewards in a reasonable way. But because I started this account before these missions existed, I'm going to have to sort of redo some of the stuff. But it isn't terrible and the rewards are definitely worth it. Pretty much by clearing level 4 here, which we can actually do. We can clear it to show you guys that we will get the mission reward. I have all these OP reps right now because they were my level when I began my account. But the people who stuck with the game are now late game players, or at least mid game players, and they have all of these crazy rep monsters. But yeah, even with level 26 rep monsters, you should be able to solo some of these stages. Maybe this Fame on Normal final stage, the boss stage, you'll probably have to use a couple of your own main monsters and a rep monster to help you out, and not be able to farm everything, but it's still worth it to get the rewards. But yeah. I'll definitely try. So, just a checklist for me as well. Rivals, farm enough energy and get my guild in order to get guild points. Because for this week, we're not going to be able to probably begin the guild war because we started kind of late. Although it may still be possible. And then yeah, getting that Rainbow Mon, getting the Devilmon, getting your rivals for the crystals. And then doing the event to get the 2 fusion materials for Veramos. Those are the priorities right now. And I apologize if you guys are watching this video after the Veramos event is gone because it's only 16 days left now. Then it will be a lot harder for you to fuse Veramos, but it's still possible and it still is completely obtainable. You no longer require on luck to get the materials for Veramos. Like, I mean, there is luck because you need it to drop from the scenarios, but with enough time and enough runs, they will drop naturally. Before, you actually had to summon some of the monsters, so I'm really glad they made the change. Because now everything is from Secret Dungeon or scenario drops or shop or anything like that alone. But yeah, those are the priorities. I just wanted to give you guys a quick sort of welcome back to my account. But we're not getting the welcome back pack because this is a free-to-play account, even though we got Huadan, we will be using him. But yeah, he won't even... I don't think he'll help out in Giants B10. I really do think Darien is still going to be a better option because although he does have the attack break on skill 1, is it only a 1 turn? You know what? He may actually be a little bit better than Darien. Because attack break and Glancy debuff skill 1 is very valuable. 100% chance as well. But the Tari's chance of landing for 1 turn... If this lands as a critical hit... So we're probably not going to give him enough crit rate to make it land as a critical hit, so he's probably just going to get in the attack break for 1 turn. But on your skill 1, that's pretty valuable, and the passive to keep other allies alive. We may actually level him up rather than Darien. But either way, I'll show you guys both builds with Darien too, because I want to make a guide. A beginner's guide for people, and most people don't have Hwardam. Like, Hwardam is just really lucky for this account to have. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. If you guys are into the idea, we'll carry on with it. Otherwise, we'll try something new. But yeah, and either way, I will probably try to level through this account because I do want to do some more beginner guides in the future. But whether you guys want to see the progress on the channel or not, let me know in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until the next one, everyone, peace out for now.